in by midday, and the chance of rain should tick up to about 40%. We'll have Dave Osterberg, Fox 13 meteorologist, on in a little less than an hour. He'll give us the whole skinny on what's happening out there with the weather, Ted.
He likes to use words like soupy and stuff like that, so that sounds muggy to me.
It is soupy out there. Cut the air with a knife.
They're saying that buying is cheaper than renting in most markets. And joining us right now is Andrew Duncan, who is the president and CEO of the Duncan Duo and Associates, host of the Duncan Duo Real Estate Show, heard Sunday mornings at 10 o'clock right here on News Radio 970 WFLA. Andrew, good hearing from you. How you doing?
Doing great, Ted. Glad to hear you on back on the show this morning. Glad to hear you're doing a lot better.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, Andrew, where is this happening? Is it in the big foreclosure markets like, Florida, Michigan, Las Vegas, San Bernardino, California, or is it nationwide?
I think, I'll tell you, real estate's such a local market that, there are some parts of the country where it hasn't become as affordable. So it's definitely happening in the foreclosure market. You're probably not seeing the same type of affordability in markets like New York and Southern California where prices haven't, prices haven't dropped as much in certain parts of the country, but we're definitely seeing it in Tampa Bay.
Well, I noticed in New England, I watch New England real estate as well as down here, and I noticed up there, they just haven't been hit by the recession. The prices have been pretty static up there all the way through this mess, and the Dallas-Fort Worth area also pretty stable. Is this a matter of the fact that the foreclosures have driven the cost down, that it's just too easy to get a good deal on a house now?
Inventory.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a huge part of it, I think, has been the lack of increased inventory. The supply and demand curve affects this a lot. And it's also interest rates. I mean, interest rates we're in this unique market that we've never seen where interest rates and prices are really at the lowest point we've ever seen. Usually it's been one or the other that has helped, really helped drive affordability. But where we're at right now, it's both. And it's just a great opportunity, especially in Tampa Bay and parts of the country. But you mentioned, especially up in New England, we network with a group of realtors from around the country, and they're not seeing, some of the same things we see in Tampa Bay. Similar to, Canada, their economy, we network with some realtors there. They're not seeing the same kind of things we're seeing.
And the loon is up. The loon's up against the dollar.
Yep. Are they maintaining property values up north better than we are down here?
In parts up north, I would say in the Northeast, yeah, and in Canada, definitely. I mean, Canada has not seen anything like we've seen here. Their economic cycle's not anywhere near impacted where we are. And I think, if you look at, around New York and New Jersey and some of those parts of the country, you're definitely not seeing the drop that we've seen in Tampa Bay.
Well, Andrew, we've seen a real juxtaposition, at least with my company, what's happened in the last 3 or 4 years. Everything's bass-backwards now. It costs more to rent residential, but it's dirt cheap to rent commercial. I mean, we've just had a complete 180 on our portfolio where our commercial stuff has been slashed, and residential is now, we're getting the highest numbers we've ever gotten because so many people have been displaced from foreclosure, and they can't buy.
And that's correct. And that's one of the obstacles is, right now, if you can buy, it's an amazing opportunity, but it's harder to. You got to have a stronger credit score, better,
down payment. Big down payment.
Down payment. Yeah, no doubt about it. And
what is it, 20% now, Andrew?
No, it really depends on the type of loan product. I mean, there, believe it or not, there's still loan products out there where you can get 100% financing or an FHA loan where you can go 3.5% down. It's definitely improved, but the guidelines for qualifying for those loans are a little tighter.
So it's the credit score that's really going to dictate the interest rate.
The credit score has a big impact.
And the downstroke.
Employment income.
Yeah.
Yep. And the downstroke.
Yep.
So what do you see maybe about 12, 13 months down the road? Do you think we're going to clear some more of this inventory, this stagnant inventory off the books, at least here in the Central Florida area?
It's funny because we've been talking about the shadow inventory for so long, and everyone keeps saying it's coming, there's this other wave, and we haven't seen it.
Yeah, but it is out there.
It's out there. I think the other thing is the banks have gotten more creative with doing short sales for people, to where there's not as much foreclosure, there's not as many foreclosures hitting because they're getting more creative to either keep people in their home or to or to short sell the property. And I also think that banks are, being strategic about this. They don't want to just unleash all this inventory all at once, and then, let's face it, banks don't want to own property. They want to have loans so that they can make money. And
sure.
If they unleash all these properties all at once, it's going to further decline values, which will make these properties and get home loans.
You can check out Andrew Duncan on the radio. That's 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. He's the host of the Duncan Duo Real Estate Show on Sunday. Andrew Duncan, President and CEO. Thanks for joining us on AM Tampa Bay.
Thank you, Andrew.
Thanks, guys.
We're here at the bottom of the hour. Going to check out a little traffic for you. Martin Giles steps in with the news.
Fox News Radio, 970 WFLA. News on the hour, on the half, and when it breaks.
Good morning at 6:30. I'm Martin Giles, News Radio 970 WFLA. Our top stories: Tampa trolley loses a chunk of change, and a fast and furious move up the career ladder. Details on the way. How about the weather? Fox 13's Dave Osterberg.
Steamy once again with a few coastal showers early. High temperatures today will be in the lower 90s.
Traffic along the interstate system in Tampa is still in good shape. No problems Pinellas County either, from the Skyway up toward the Howard Franklin Bridge. Zipping along 275 in that area. On the